Objects are initially on the vertices of an n-sided regular polygon with side length a. All objects move with a constant speed u, always pointing towards the current position of the adjacent object on the left. If the objects meet after t seconds, show that t is given by a divided by 2u sine square pi by n. So the question is that we have an n-sided regular polygon and objects are placed on all the vertices of the polygon. They move in such a way that they are always pointed towards the object on the left, and they move with a constant speed. The question is, when do they meet? After how much time do they meet? Show that the time is equal to this expression here. We have seen how to approach these kinds of problems before. We will calculate the velocity of approach between two adjacent objects. Let's say this is object 1 and this is object 2. 1 always moves towards 2 with a speed of u. Now 2's velocity, the component of 2's velocity along the direction of approach is u cos theta if this angle is theta. So the velocity of approach is u minus u cos theta, right? But theta is nothing but pi minus the internal angle of the regular polygon. We can find out the internal angle of a regular polygon if we know the number of sides in the polygon. It's equal to n minus 2 by n times pi. And therefore theta is pi minus the internal angle. And so the velocity of approach is u minus u cos 2 pi by n. If you simplify this, this is what you get. Now you can see that this term here, this expression is independent of time. So the velocity is going to be constant throughout the motion of the objects. So if the objects were to meet after tau seconds, let's say, then tau times this velocity of approach should be the initial distance between the two objects, which is the side length of the regular polygon, that is a. And therefore a equals tau times this expression. When you simplify this, what you will get is tau equals a by 2u sine square pi by n. So that's one way of finding out the value of the time taken for them to meet. But we could also use one other approach. Instead of focusing on the velocity of approach of two adjacent objects, we could look at the velocity of approach between an object and the center of the polygon. Because of the symmetry in the original positions of the objects, they have to meet at the center. They can't be meeting anywhere else because no single object is more special than any of the others. Also, the center of the polygon is a fixed point. It's static, it's not moving. And therefore, the two objects between which you are trying to find the velocity of approach, of those two, one of them is static. It makes your problem easier. So to find the velocity of approach between an object and the center, you will need to know this angle, right? The angle that the velocity of the object, which is along this line, makes with this line, the line joining the center and the vertex. Right? Let's call it theta. So if u is the speed and theta is the angle, then the component of this object's velocity that takes it towards the center is u cos theta. Right? So one of the key things that you must observe is at any point in time, this angle theta is going to be the same. It doesn't change. You can use simple geometry to figure that out. Let's say A1 is one of the objects and A2 is an adjacent object, and A1 and A2 are their original positions. After a small amount of time, delta t, their positions are A1 dash and A2 dash. Now over here, OA1 is equal to OA2. Similarly, OA1 dash is equal to OA2 dash. Also, this distance A1 dash and A2 dash are the same because both the objects would have moved by a similar distance in an equal amount of time. And therefore, these two triangles are similar. OA1 A1 dash and OA2 A2 dash, which tells us that angle A1 OA1 dash and A2 OA2 dash are equal. Now, if these two angles are equal, then the angles A1 O A2 and A1 dash O A2 dash are also equal because this part is common, the one in the middle is common, and these two angles are the same. So this plus this is equal to this plus this, and therefore A1 O A2 is equal to A1 dash O A2 dash, and both are A1 O A2 and A1 dash O A2 dash are both isosceles triangles. Both are isosceles triangles, and these angles are the same for both, and therefore the base angles should also be the same, which means OA1 A2 must be equal to OA1 dash A2 dash, which is what we are trying to show. The angle between the velocity of the object and the line joining the object with the center is a constant throughout the motion, right? If you couldn't understand, just uh, pause the video and try to realize it for yourself. It's quite easy. And what is that angle? This angle OA1 A2 is going to be half of the internal angle of the polygon, right? Because of the symmetry of a regular polygon. We know the internal angle of a polygon, and half of it would be n minus 2 by 2n times pi. We'll call that gamma. So the component of the object's A1's velocity u that takes it towards the origin or the center is u cos gamma. And what is this distance? OA1. A is the side length of the regular polygon, and therefore this is a by 2, and this angle is gamma, and therefore OA1 is nothing but a by 2 divided by cos gamma, that is a by 2 cos gamma. So we know this distance, which is the original distance between the object and the center, and we also know the velocity of approach, that is u cos gamma. So if all the objects meet at the center at time tau, then tau times the velocity of approach is equal to this distance. So when you simplify this, you again get the same answer, tau equals a by 2u sine square pi by n. So these are two different ways of solving the same problem. In the first, we used the velocity of approach of two adjacent objects, and in the second, we used the velocity of approach between an object and the center.